So look, where am I gonna start this video? I don't know. I had a lot I wanted to say. I had a lot I wanted to come and talk about. I was talking to my brother Brendan earlier, like a real good, childhood friend of mine. And we were just talking about just different things that we experienced as like young men. One of the things that was on my mind, and it's crazy, he called me right after I watched it. I was on TikTok. I'll be on TikTok. Everybody be on TikTok all day long. I was watching the T Banks video, and he talked about how young men have a lot of suppressed anger or undiagnosed rage is how he described it, I believe. And that had me thinking about it because as a young man, just due to a lot of the childhood and just life, teenage, young adult experiences that I've had, it has definitely built up a lot of anger. But what I found to be helpful just for me in my own experience is to just channel that anger. And that's something that I want to teach, and that's something that I want every young person, boy or girl, man or woman, to know, like regardless of wherever you are in your life, the anger that you feel and these negative emotions, you have to use them you have to use them and channel them into other creative outlets and things that can be more productive. I don't ever think that you should suppress them because that does more harm than good. Even I was thinking about how I read a book called Asking and Is Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks. And there's a part in the book where they talk about anger is a good thing, even though a lot of people look at anger as like a negative thing, but no, anger is a very high vibrational emotion, being that it is rooted in passion and deep care about something specific within your experience. So we were talking about just how to deal with these emotions that we feel, and I was telling them like, bro, you need to find something to put that anger into that is productive, something that you can create for yourself that's going to benefit you and other people. I was talking to him about like my last album, and the album The Purple Tape, and although it is a very positive, upbeat album, it has a lot of just mellow tones to it as well, but I was telling him how it was rooted in anger, being that I was dealing with a lot of negative emotions. I didn't want to just lash out into the world and, be a crash out like a lot of we see people doing. We see a lot of people crashing out. But I was telling them, like, bro, like all those negative emotions I was feeling, bro, I put that into something to really just to show people that I didn't really like need them, but like that I had to get that anger out. I had to get that anger out of my system. I had to put it into something that was going to be satisfying and fulfilling to me. Like, I don't want these experiences, good or bad, to go or be taken for granted. I know that it's all a part of my experience as a human being, or I mean, we all have our own different things that make us who we are, but I want to make sure that the things that I'm doing, both driven by negative and positive emotions, are to produce a positive outcome, being something that someone else can learn from and be inspired by. Like, so that's really where I was at with that. That's just like a segment of what I was thinking about in my mind today. But what I've been working on, I'm doing like a cleanse right now, like a full body cleanse, and I'm working with this lady, you know what I'm saying, just to help me get things online and just to be proactive about my health and managing my stress. Life is very stressful. 2024 has been a very like interesting year. I've experienced a lot of different things. I've been in somewhat of a relationship. It wasn't an official relationship, but this was like the first time in a while though where I've actually been talking to somebody like seriously, I guess. I actually just started talking to her again and shit, so just been kicking it. But even dealing with those emotions, I have to understand that there are different emotions, like when dealing with people that I wasn't used to dealing with. I think what I've learned from just relationships in general, but specifically the romantic relationship that I was involved in, and to a degree still am kind of involved in, is that when you're with somebody, bro, they're really like a mirror to who you are, and they show you parts of yourself that you didn't even know existed. They show you things that you like about yourself, show you things you dislike about yourself, show you things that you are willing to tolerate, and just show you just different things. Like I remember the biggest lessons I learned from like dealing with her was like empathy, because one of the things that we both wanted to make sure that we did in the relationship was communicate, and just communicate things that were feeling good or bad, like uncomfortable or comfortable. And I remember she expressed to me that I had hurt her feelings by doing something or saying something. But me, like, mind you, I said I wasn't used to like being in a relationship like that. it was like, to me, it was just a joke. But then when I looked at it, I was like, damn, if somebody said something like that to me, I probably wouldn't like it, or I wouldn't take too kindly to it. It wasn't nothing crazy, like it wasn't like an insult, but I made a joke in reference to something that I didn't realize at the time that she was insecure about, in terms of like a past experience. She had got injured, and I had made a joke about like her leg, and like I guess she didn't find that funny. But I'm thinking like, damn, if I had went through something like that, or if it was something that I was dealing with, and that was something that really kind of bothered me a lot about myself, I probably wouldn't take too kindly. So just empathy. And it also taught me like the importance of relationships, which is another thing me and Brendan talked about when I was on the phone with him. He was like, bro, are you still shy? And I that's something I think about all the time. Is like, because I was kind of labeled a shy kid, but bro, if you ask the people that know me for real, I was never shy. Like, I've never been a shy kid. It was a time in my life where I actually was like the funniest person ever. I think I talked about that in a video the other day. But I was actually, I ain't gonna say the funniest person ever, but I was very funny. But it's like, you have to like know me. If I don't know you, and if I don't like you for real, like, I'm not just gonna be like, you know what I'm saying, kiki with you. I just never been that person. But I was telling them, like, in reference to creating this album, for me, it was I was in deep isolation, and I find myself coming out of that season of isolation, which is why I've been intentionally trying to just go out and mingle and talk to people and socialize and just meet new people, because in creating that album, I was so socialized. Like I've told you all before, I didn't really work with anybody outside of working with Cavell. And a couple beats I got from, I think Justin had one beat on the song, and we did that like in April. But outside of working with Cavell to help me like record the album, I didn't work with anybody in the creative process. So for me, coming out of that season of isolation, rooted in such deep and strong and intense emotions, I have to readjust myself to socializing with people, which is something that I can't say I've always been the best at. I have spurts. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'm the life of the party, social butterfly. But even that, like, parties aren't the same anymore. So it's like, I used to be the person at the party that just dance and turn it up. But niggas don't dance at parties no more. It just, I ain't gonna say niggas, because I'm gonna still hit my one too, and I might mess around and get some, hey, may start a little. But back in the days, like when I was in my early 20s, it was like fun. Like, we going to the parties. I was thinking about this the other day, bro. I remember we was young. We used to go to homecoming, and we would battle to see who could get like the most twerks. Like, she twerked on me, she twerked on me, she twerked on me, she twerked on me, she twerked on me. There was like a competition me and my homies would do. But getting back to the point, it's like getting back to where I'm socializing with people and just being interactive with people. I understand that the creative process is one thing, but one thing that I was harping on a couple months ago was like having an actual community to share what you're doing with. Like, what good is the work outside of fulfilling yourself, which is something that is very substantial and something that you should focus on, but doing the work and having some people to share with. Like, okay, I can share this with these people, and this is what I'm giving to the community of value. But it's about cultivating a community, which is one of the reasons why I do this, is to cultivate a community of people who think similarly. I'm not gonna say like we think exactly the same, because I may say some things that you may disagree with, or that may not really resonate with what you got going on. But if you're here and you're watching these videos, there's something about what I'm saying that resonates with you and your experience, which is something I'm also getting more comfortable with, is understanding that there are so many different people with so many different interests, which is why authenticity is so important. Because when you express yourself authentically, you give the people who need to hear what you want to say, or what you're saying, and what you have to say, you give those people the opportunity to resonate with someone else and understand that they're not so alone and isolated within their experience. Also, taking into consideration for myself, being an only child, I'm so used to doing things by myself, so I'm not really used to having to like collaborate ideas. I've always just been like, I've always thought for myself. Like Rod said all the time, he's talking about, bro, as a kid, he talking about as like young people, like when we was like growing up, he told me like, you was always the leader. And then I was like, I think that just comes from thinking a lot within my mind, to where I've already got my mind made up. Like, I've never been like attracted to the idea of a gang or a group. That was never my thing, because I learned early on, both through good and bad experiences, that I can function, and I function very well on my own. And I understand that growing up and getting into the world that that self-sufficiency, it's a very good skill to have, but it can also be a hindrance, because there are some times where you just don't have enough energy to exert to do all the tasks on your own, and to be able to communicate and to delegate the things that you need to be able to get done or have to get done to people that are happy and passionate about doing them is a skill in itself. And it's something I'm working on doing, because in establishing a community of people that want the same things and have common goals and see themselves as not just individuals, but being individually themselves, but also integral pieces to a much larger mechanism that is going to produce a much larger outcome within the world and have a much greater impact than one could just have by doing the work on themselves. Like, that's one of my biggest frustrations about our society, is that it encourages isolation. I saw that pick up tremendously after the pandemic. It just so much encouraged isolation, and it's like, bro, we really need each other. Like, Brendan called me and he was like, I'm sorry, bro. He was like, you busy? I was like, kinda. But it's like, bro, when it's like family like that, like, you gotta make time. Like, you have to be able to make time for that, because I don't know what he's going through. And I know that for me, like, him always being somebody that has been, I actually told him I appreciated him, because not only do I notice like he's very open about just being like vulnerable, and he'll tell you what's on his mind, but he's also somebody that'll ask questions and pick your brain about the things that you're going through. And also, like, I can say for me, bro, he holds me accountable. Like, he'll check me like, nah, bro, you're falling back into like those old ways of like not shining. And I think we all need people like that. But even like, he was like, if you got enough time. But I think that he asked me like, did I have like 5 minutes, which I appreciated him for not being inconsiderate of my time. But I told him like, yeah, bro, like, we can talk, like we can chop it. But even that frame of mind, I can see, not even just him specifically, may be rooted in the fact that we know that isolation is so encouraged, that when we should just be able to pick up the phone and call people, not to intrude on their time, because everyone's time is valuable, but we have to have a level of community around us to where we feel we can lean on people without being a burden. Which is another reason, like, for me specifically, I like to do things, and this isn't a good thing, I'll acknowledge that about myself, but I like to do things alone, because for whatever reason, I sometimes feel like a burden on others. A lot of, I know the reason. Some of it is like childhood experiences, and then some of it is being in the world and people making me feel that I'm doing too much. But I know that I'm not doing too much. I know that I'm doing what's necessary to get the outcome that I want to get. I was talking to myself, and I want to say this as humbly as possible, because when I notice that when I slip into arrogance, God always like punishes me a little bit. I talk to myself a lot. So I'll just be walking around, maybe in the grocery store, and I'll get into modes where I'm talking and I just get like arrogant about certain things, and I'll fuck around, run over my foot with a cart, and that's God telling me to chill out. Or like my hoodie will get caught on something, or get caught on the door. Y'all know how it is when a hoodie get caught on the door. So I just be like, relax, like, don't play yourself down, but just understand that just be even with it. That's like kind of where I'm living at. But I want to say that to say, like, a lot of people don't do anything with their lives, and that's something that bothers me, and it's something that drives me to do something with myself. I want to make sure that I'm doing something. And when I say a lot of people don't do anything with their life, I'm not saying that in comparison to what I do with my life, and I think that people should do more of what I do. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that a lot of people don't allow themselves or give themselves the opportunity to do what it is that they want to do. They don't really go after their goals and dreams, being that it is very much within their realm of possibility and is right within their reach. But there are a lot of excuses, even down to the minor things of choosing to skip the gym for a day. It's like, bro, you know you want the body. You know you want the body, sis. It's wintertime, but you know by the summertime you want the body to be T. Ain't that's how they all be talking? T. I don't know. But you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what you want, but you don't take the time, and you don't apply the effort and apply the pressure to yourself to get things done. And I was talking to Davon, and he was he was like, bro, you got a temper. And I could see how he could say that. I don't believe I have a temper. I just believe that there's a time and a place for energy. Like, the energy isn't going to be up here all the time. But when the energy needs to be up here, it needs to be up here. And I'm going to be up here with the energy. So when the energy is called, when it's time for the energy to be up here, and I notice that the people around me aren't up here with me, it makes me like snappy a little bit, because it's like, bro, come the fuck on. Like, Davon always make jokes about like, he wouldn't let me coach his kids. It's like a joke, because I believe he would, because he know how passionate I am about like whatever it is that I'm involved in. But it's like a joke, because it's like, bro, people don't understand that passion. People don't understand that level of passion and that level of commitment to one's craft. And I'm not even trying to sit up here and say that I'm the most committed, but I do know, based on my track record, I have things that I have put into the world, like tangible things that I can show for my work. And I just want that for everyone else. The people around me, I've always wanted that for them. So it frustrates me when I see people don't want that for themselves. But I've also had to take a step back, because he asked me a question. Brendan asked me a question about resentment. And then there's this guy, I can't even think of his name, but he's been popping up on my TikTok live these past couple mornings. And he gave some great information about just people are like, what did he say? He was like, you have to let go of those past experiences, because the current version of you should not be punished for past experiences. And you have to understand that people are just the sum of their own experiences. So you have to understand that, I'll be saying that, so you have to understand. But what it comes down to is the fact that everybody has their own experience. And I can't be upset with somebody because they haven't lived the same experience and have the same level of information that I have in regards to the subject at hand. The only thing I can do is try to provide the information and explain it and contextualize it as much as I possibly can, and make it available for them to be able to explain it. But trying to point fingers at people and trying to force them to see things your way is just not going to work, and you're going to find yourself frustrated. And he also brought up the point that anger and resentment that you feel towards other people isn't punishing them. In our minds, I can definitely say that I thought about, like, damn, if I'm angry with them, they'll feel bad, or they'll feel some type of whatever I felt. I don't know. But it's just hurting me, and it causes stress within my life. So yeah, just having these like different conversations about, I don't even know how I got there. I just be going and I be losing the plot. Like, where was I going? This is why structure is important. But this channel isn't really for structure. This is really just for me to like, well, I think it'll definitely like become more structured. I like this style as well, but I do want to like take up my production level. I have a definitely a deep interest in like upping my production level. Not like getting new shit, like just buying new shit, but I definitely want to just try new things and try content and creating things for you guys at a higher level. But I really enjoy this, coming to talk to you all. But yeah, though, so this is also me. I was thinking about this earlier. Like, as y'all know, I got fired from my job recently. They officially fired me. Lame, but it's whatever. I understand that that's just God putting me in position to be the person that I'm supposed to be. So I'm cool with it. And I've actually been finding myself more at peace within these last few days of just having my time back and utilizing it the way I want to, creating space to think and actually come on here and speak. It has been very helpful for me. It's been very relieving. It's been very relaxing. So I'm really enjoying it. I've been in the gym. I've been working out with Tarad the last couple of days. Just getting it in, bro, and really like understanding. Like, T-Banks posted a video today. I talked to y'all how he said like the repressed anger, but he also talked about like time, bro. We don't have as much time as we think we do. I mean, he's younger than me. He's like 4 years younger than me. I don't know. That also goes to show you, like, bro, information and intelligence it can't be measured by age. That's one thing I don't like about older people. They think that just because they're older, they're more intelligent. Yeah, they've been here for a longer time, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything if you haven't learned from your experience. I digress. But using our time, bro, it actually taking the time to be the people that we want to be, and taking the steps. Like, bro, for me, bro, this is me stepping into the person that I feel that I'm called to be, that I know I'm called to be. and to serve my purpose and to actually do something that can add something to the experiences of humanity. Like hopefully this gets to who needs to hear it when they need to hear it. And a lot of times, bro, when I'm talking to y'all, bro, I'm really just talking. Obviously, I'm in a room with a camera looking at a lens. But I'm talking to myself because there are parts of you that resonate with me and there are parts of me that resonate with you. Like, so it's really just talking to myself. But if I could give any advice to like my younger self, bro, it would just be go harder. Go harder. Like, have fun with life. But bro, you only get one of these. And bro, don't allow yourself to be suppressed by the opinions of your environment, especially your immediate environment. If you're someone that's young and you're in your hometown, you have to understand that whatever you're trying to do in life, bro, a lot of times the people that have known you for your entire life, those are not the people that you're trying to reach. They already have a perception of you that's made up in their mind, and under no circumstances are they going to allow you to break that perception or break that image of you in their mind if it's not being affirmed by the outside world. Yeah, you blow up and you become this big, whatever it is that you want to be, and the world around the immediate environment that you grew up in starts to recognize you as this. They may recognize you depending on circumstances. It's circumstantial, but I will say is that that shouldn't even be your focus. Like, fuck the opinions of the people around you, and don't go to people for approval of the things that you feel in your spirit, in your being, to be the right thing to do. Yes, you can ask for advice from people that you trust and that have accomplished things or in a similar field of being someone that you are striving to be. I would say definitely ask them. But if people aren't in the same space as what you're trying to do, it's like, bro, like the opinion shouldn't matter. Or if they're not striving for, I'm not even going to say the same space, because you can learn something from somebody striving to be great within their own realm of creativity or expression or whatever it is that they're doing. But I only take information from the greats. I ride around, I listen to these great people speak. I listen to Kobe Bryant, I listen to Will Smith, I listen to Kanye West. I listen to so many different people that have achieved greatness in their own right speak. I love to hear it, because even though I can't access them immediately or like directly, like one-on-one, at least not right now, at least not in this very moment when I'm riding around doing whatever it is that I'm doing, I can allow that conversation to exist around me, and I can have thoughts of people that have attained great things and achieved great things around me, and as they float around me and through my mind and really permeate my spirit and my being and my subconscious, I can align myself with that greatness and then strive for greatness in my own right. So I encourage you all to do the same thing, and you listening to this may be a part of that journey, which is why I strive to do it, because I know how important it is and I know how valuable it is for people to have information and for people to have conversations with people that believe in them. There's nothing like talking to certain people. Like, it's so invigorating and it's energizing listening to certain people when I walk around, when I'm in the car and I turn on like Will Smith, like when he's talking, and Will Smith has had his hand full of controversy over the last few years, but all in all, bro, he's one of the greatest people of our generation in terms of his output and the things that he's put into the world and his work ethic. So like listening to him speak and the way he talks about his craft, I can apply that to what I'm doing. So surrounding yourself with greatness, understanding that your immediate environment may not understand. I just dropped a video about that the other day. Like, they may not understand. They're not supposed to understand. The environment isn't created for them to understand someone like you striving to do things that are so different and unique. So get into the world, bro. You have the internet at your disposal. You have all these tools that allow you to have information from people here and people there that are all doing great things. And just, bro, strive for greatness, bro. And whatever it is that you want to do, bro, strive for greatness. God didn't give you that reason, that dream for no reason. You know what I'm saying? He didn't put that reason in your heart for no reason. That reason that you want to go hard and be the person that you want to be, bro. I'm telling you, based off of my own life experiences, bro, I wish I would have took more initiative earlier on. And I did take initiative. It's not like I wasn't doing anything, but I think I talked about that on the Lone Wolf. What song is that? I said, I don't know. But it was like, my biggest regret is not believing in myself earlier. It was something along the lines of that. Was it Take It All the Way? No. What song is that? Changes. I'm doing it correct. Everybody want it. Everybody's on it. Everybody want it. Everybody say they gotta do it. Gotta do it because it's time to keep it moving. Paying my attention to the things that I'm pursuing. And everything that's included. If I ever changed, no, I had to. It's only other person I never had to ask you. See me places that I'm never going back to. I'm doing everything that I probably just surpass you. Conversations that I had with myself. Led astray along the way, but now I'm doing it correct. What's the point of trying to do if you ain't doing it the best? I would probably find the answers if I did what they suggest. Feeling like the way I'm living is a test. Only and you regret. And you thought to interject. Only thing I had to learn to accept. Minor setbacks. The reason that I'm doing it and made the desire for greater. Never leave it all on the table. Yeah. Locking eyes with the pressure like it is killing the idea of settling, getting by. You're my zone, and I'm steady trying to answer the question of who am I. Late night drive on myself. I like to get high by myself, but only rely on myself. I can do better on my own. I do all my right in myself. I left some people alone. I had to get right with myself. Look at how I've grown, man. I swear I'm right on myself. My only regret is all the time. Look at how I've grown, man. I swear I'm so proud of myself. My only regret is all the times that I doubted myself. That's Changes off the Lone Wolf. That's my first album, 2021. And I think actually me and Nadik made that song. The beat was made in like 2020, if not 2019, maybe. I don't know. But I know that was like an earlier one, and like I really liked it. But yeah, bro, I would say I would just went harder like earlier on and have more self-belief, which is difficult, bro. We all have circumstances that have really affected how we perceive ourselves. One of the things I'm working on now is to really enhance the image that I have of myself, which I've done a great job at really sculpting out an idealized version of myself. And not that it's so rigid in me trying to fit into these expectations given by others, but it's more so recognizing who the person is and who the man is that I'm capable of being, and getting into alignment with that person and acting as if I am him, because I am him. It's just he's relying on me to become him. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, like have more belief in yourself, and it's something you have to work on constantly. Really focus and dial in on the image of yourself. You don't have to be a thug, bro. You don't have to be a street nigga. You don't have to be a YouTuber. You don't have to be a content creator. You can be whatever it is that you want to be, bro. Or sis, whoever's watching it. But enhance the image that you have of yourself, and look out into the world. Like, there are so many great people. Like, inner work is amazing, but there are so many examples of great people. And think about who the people are that you admire, and think about if you would like those qualities to be applied to your life, and create an idealized version of yourself that is great, magnificent, and figure out what that person does, what that person eats, what that person drinks, how that person speaks, who that person is, and strive to become in alignment with being that person. That is something that I wish I would have thought about earlier, because I think even doing that, I would have had more confidence in facing some of the fears. The gentleman that I was watching on TikTok earlier, they talked about, and Will Smith also said this as well. I didn't have to say also as well. Grammar. But he talked about like the greatest things are on the other side of fear and facing your fears, bro. Like I said in a previous video, I was so scared to speak to a camera at a point in time, but just realizing the level of impact that I can have within my life by just propping my camera up on my tripod and pressing a red button, and saying the things that are on my heart and speaking to people that really need to hear what I have to say, the same way I've needed to hear what other people have to say. And it's all about just passing on. Like on the Long Way Home, my song Long Way Home, I talked about take a step in blaze, continue on the trail of inspiration. So it's like I have all of these people that have inspired me. So by me being inspired, I just got chills, like thinking about that, just because there's something like in here. That Long Way Home song, bro, that's like one of my favorite songs in my whole catalog. Like, I'm gonna get back to the point about like the trail of inspiration, but I want to say like that Long Way Home song is one of my favorite songs in my catalog, and I see myself performing that song in front of tens of thousands of people, and like the beat just comes on, and then it just goes crazy. Like it just goes crazy, like it goes bananas, and it's like dun, 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 AK searching for the island. That's just some shit. But talk about the trail of inspiration, like the same way I've been inspired by a lot of these different people, some that I've mentioned, some that I've not, but all the inspiration that I've accumulated to ultimately allow me to become the person that I am right now. It's my job to do what I can to inspire other people so that they can take that here, because like I mentioned, like Michael Jackson, Chris Brown have been big influences. I'll probably say like the most influential to me in just life and my approach to like music and like my creativity and understanding that I can do things at a grand level. Also, so many other people have inspired me as well, but just understanding like I can do things great. I don't have to be mediocre, bro. I don't have to be local. I don't have to subject myself to the standards and the limits of the people that are immediately around me. That's one of my biggest frustrations. Like, people don't do it big. Like, bro, if you gonna do it, like what Rakai say, bitch, be bold. Like, be bold. Like, do something with it. Like, don't play with it. Do something crazy. Like, do something so different. But it's like, I take the inspiration that came from this direction, but I'm about to take this shit that way. Like, and I'm going this way. And if somebody bump into me this way, like if you find if you find me on this path and you inspired by it, don't go where I'm going. You need to take your shit this way, because my path is this way. Your path is this way. You feel me? Like, it's different. It's just different. Be different. We all been sent here to be unique expressions of all that is. You know what I'm saying? So don't emulate. Like I said, like these have been people that have inspired me. So as a kid and even now to this day, I'll watch the clips and I'll learn some moves in here. I'm gonna take some moves. The shit fire. But I'm not gonna replicate it. I'm gonna like do it how I would do it. And if you see what I'm doing, don't replicate it. Like, do what you would do. Like, be as great as you can be, given the inspiration that has come to you, but do it how you would do it. You're doing yourself a disservice by doing it or trying to be someone else. Like, and I used to think about this all the time. Like, I thought I had to do it when I first started making music, bro. I thought I had to do it how Drake did it. I thought I had to do it how Kanye did it. You know, I'm looking at those two specifically. I was like, I got to do it like this, how they do it. I'm already like 18, 19 at this point. So it's like, nigga, I can't be a child star like Chris and Mike. But okay, so these are people, I got to do it how they did it. I got to do it how Nipsey did it. I got to do it how they did it. But at the same time, when I'm thinking about these people, bro, yeah, they may have had their influences as well. But like, especially after watching that Genius documentary Kanye did, it really affirmed for me, like, bro, he was doing his thing in that moment. He was doing it his way. Like, he was doing it Ye's way. Like, when I see old footage of Drake, it's like he was doing it Drake's way. So it's like, I have to do it Nick's way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to do it my way. And creators, I'm writing my own story, but I'm living in the movie and the present, and I have to be fully present in it and not be so rigid in thinking that I have to do it just because bro did it this way. Granted, there are some things to be taken from someone else's experience, which is the whole idea of inspiration. But inspiration and emulation are two totally different things. And you trying to emulate something that has already been done is doing you and the world a disservice of something that is unique and has the ability to change things and provide new perspectives and new ideas. So be yourself, bro. Like, just be you, bro. That's what I can say. Y'all think I should start streaming? Like I said, bro, people thought I was shy, but I'm really a yapper. I really just be, I ain't gonna say just be yapping, but I can go like for a long time. I can talk. I'm gonna see what that, I might set it up. Let me see. Cause why not? I had this thought the other day. I was watching this dude on TikTok, and I was like, bro, if bro could do it, I could do it. I can't think of his name, but he kind of got like his setup kind of look like this. He be like this. I can't think of his name, but he's like a younger black dude. We're probably around the same age, but like he be having some valid points. He be talking. It's somebody every time I see his content. What is his name? I need to give bro his credit. What is his name? Damn. I might grab one of those. What is bro's name? This him. I'm Israel. Yeah, I'm Israel.
And then the thing is, when it hits you, everything is gone when it finally hits you. And you look around like, bro.
He be talking. But yeah, though, that's another thing, like inspiration, like seeing people like that and just young people that are like smart, intelligent, and like no more capable than I am of doing great things. Like, so like, why am I not doing it? Which is like when I see these things, I'm like, why am I not doing it? Like, if they can do it, I can do it. Which is why like it's important to put yourself out there. Like, I look at Michael Jackson a lot, bro. I think about him a lot in terms of like just achieving greatness within the human experience and a true level of belief in oneself. But when I think about it, I'm like, bro, if he can do it, why can't I do it? Like, I can do really whatever I want. Like, music is the focus, but it's like, bro, if he can do it, why can't I do it? Like, there's really nothing that I don't think I can't do. Like, I think I can do anything, if that makes sense. Like, if I see somebody else do it, I can do it. That's just always how my experiences has been. Like, even like from basketball, I used to watch Allen Iverson highlights and just go in the driveway or the street, depending on where I had my rim at, and just do it over and over again. Like that crossover, like that. I used to practice that over and over and over again. Like, when I say over and over and over again, like insane, like crazy repetition, just practicing that shit over and over again. Which is one of the reasons, bro, I was a kid, I was known for like my ball handling ability. Like, my entire life of playing basketball, I was known for my ball handling ability and just not like people not being able to guard me. That's what I was known for. Like, I don't hoop no more, but that's like, so I'll probably be rusty now. Like, don't hold me to that now, because I don't hoop like that no more. My passion has been transferred to other things. Really music. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the passion I have for basketball, like, I can't think of the last time I hooped. Probably like February 2024. But like the passion that I have for music, for basketball, I just transferred it to music. And I think that's what has allowed me to grow so fast. And just like I told you, I'm an only child, so I'm already used to working in isolation. And Post Malone also said this in an interview with Theo Von the other day. He talked about it's crazy how like the things we do are like for public consumption, but we do them in solitude. But like that's where greatness is bred, bro, in solitude. Or working with people that are on the same mission. But like for me, like just music, bro, I do a lot of things isolated. Like, I do a lot of like my practicing alone, just because like it's not that I'm intentionally shutting people out of my world, but I just feel comfortable like being here in my space and just doing it, and just getting it done and getting better at it and practicing and then putting it on the microphone. You see, I got the microphone right here, so I just be going. I got my microphone and I got my notepad right here. Like, I just be going. Where'd that go? In my purple pen. But yeah, bro. Like I said, I didn't even know what I was gonna talk about coming on this video. And like I said before, this is just me getting into being who I am. You know, like authenticity publicly is something I have struggled with. And that's another thing Brendan asked me. He's like, bro, are you still shy? And I'm like, no, but I'm coming off, I already explained that. But even more so, like getting more into it and understanding that, bro, I have something to offer. I am valuable. As young men, bro, and I'm gonna speak to like my younger male audience, bro, because like young girls too, like younger people, anybody in general, but like I want to speak specifically to the young men with this, bro, because I know nobody's telling us this. Bro, you are valuable. You have something of value about yourself, whether you see it or not, bro. You need to do whatever it is that you can to find yourself in spaces to where you're being appreciated. And if you're not being appreciated in spaces, bro, go somewhere else. But don't ever think that there isn't anything about you that isn't valuable. I don't care if you're young, motherfuckers calling you ugly, saying this, that. You may not be getting no girls right now. I'm telling you, gang, there is something about you that is valuable and something that you have to offer to the world. What I need you to do is do your best to find what that is and harness all your energy to cultivate that gift. You have a gift, my nigga. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you Like, I'm talking to myself because I needed somebody to say this shit to me when I was a kid, bro. You have a gift. You can do something. You may feel unseen, bro, but I felt like that too, gang. You have to find out what it is that you're passionate about and go hard. Regardless of what anybody around you is talking about, regardless of you feel that people around you, they may not believe you, I'm telling you, bro, you need to harness that energy and become the best version of yourself. And I'm telling you right now, the best revenge, I'm gonna get close for this one. The best revenge is success, bro. The best revenge you can have is not even success to gloat, but success to prove it to yourself that you are capable and that you have value and that you are able to do what it is that you put your mind to, and let motherfuckers see that. And they gonna see, they may not even try to acknowledge you. They may try to look, they may try to make you feel like they don't see you, but they see. Me and Rob talk about this all the time. They see. Cause they may not like your post. They may not share your whatever it is that you got going on, but when they see you, oh, I be seeing the music, bro. That shit hard. The fuck on, nigga. You ain't give me a like. Nigga, you ain't like my shit, nigga. I'm for real though. But yeah, bro, just be great, bro. Just try to be greatness, bro. I believe in you. I got love for all y'all watching this. Anybody who watching this, just know I got love for y'all. And that last message, that applies to everybody, but I wanted to speak specifically to like the young men, just because I know that a lot of young men don't have that. And I don't know, like, never mind, I'm not even gonna say that. But yeah, bro, just believe in yourself. If you take a chance on the dream, it might just be the time of your life. I was in my bag when I did that one. I ain't gonna lie, I was in my bag when I did that one. Treasure too. Let me be honest. I wanna set the waters. Chill. She's a diva. That nigga say, meet me on this side of the river. We don't have much time. I can feel your love from a distance. Need you by my side. Meet me on this side of the river. Time. That album crazy. That's another thing, bro. Like doing shit and showing yourself that you can do it, bro. That builds so much confidence. When I tell you, bro, doing these albums, bro, and doing these videos, bro, it builds my confidence so much, bro, because it gives me an edge. It gives me an edge because doing these things are so intense and stressful because, like I said, I do a lot of this shit on my own. And it's intense, like willing these things to the world. You have to do it. You have to do it. Like, doing it is the first step, but to actually do it, which is why I believe a lot of people stop, is because it's not as easy as just doing it. The decision to do it is easy, but the process is difficult because the process is going to challenge you, because the result is there, but the result has to test you. The dude said this today, and that is crazy that it resonates. He said, stop thinking that you're lucky to have these things. These things are lucky to have you. Like, you get the new car you want, that car is lucky to have you. You get whatever it is that you want, bro, that whatever is lucky to have you, because you're the person that is willing to do the work. You get what I'm saying? And that's why you the prize. Hey, Nick Johnson, aka your favorite cousin. I thank y'all for tuning into my Nick Journeys channel. I want to end it like this. I thank y'all so much for just tuning into this and being with me on this journey of growth in life and just the evolution of a young man into being whoever it is that he is going to be in this life. You know, I just want to make sure that I'm documenting the process of who I am, because I think we all should, and I encourage you to do the same thing. So I love all y'all. Believe in yourself, continue to believe in yourself, and welcome to the Purple Era. If you haven't already, tap into my Nick Johnson world. That's where I drop all my music at. You can drop into the Purple Era channel, where I do some other things in the same vein but different. You may like it, you know. You can go to my website. I haven't made my website, but by the time you see it, the website gonna be made. You can grab some clothes, purchase something, You know what I'm saying? If you fucking with me, hey. But no, I thank y'all sincerely, and I thank y'all deeply. So yeah, for sure. If I haven't already, I officially welcome you all to the Purple Era. I'm Nick Johnson, and I'm out.